Alright, so the inside of this Volante light by Crossroads RV, you'll notice you have a nice open countertop. The kitchen faucet is a pull-down faucet, and the button on it switches it between spray and stream. Once you put both of your sink covers on, it really opens up this area here. Going to our range, it's a 3-burner range. Once you open up your glass, is when you're going to light it. So you would just turn this to the high, turn your sparker to light it. It's the same thing with your oven now. So you'll open your oven up till you can see the reflection of your pilot assembly. You'll turn this to the pilot picture on the knob. You push it in and hold it. And then just turn your sparker. Once it lights, you would release it and set your temperature accordingly. The button on here is what turns on the ring lights and your oven light. The range hood, you have 2 switches on it. First one's just a light switch. Second one is what turns your fan on and off. Next you have your microwave. Just a standard microwave, works just like your household one. The refrigerator in here is a 12-volt ever-chill refrigerator. To adjust your temperature controls, the freezer is in the very back of the freezer. And the refrigerator's at the top. You would just hit your set button, with 5 being the coldest. And then to turn your refrigerator on and off, you just hold the set button here for 30 seconds. In this model, you have plenty of storage. And then going to your bunkhouse area, all of the lights in the bunkhouse are manual lights that you have to turn off by a push of a button. You would just push in on the center of the light itself. Going into the bathroom, there's not a whole lot to explain in here, other than you have standard hot-cold sink, your tub shower combo. The vent above your tub you have to manually open, and then hit the little black button to turn the fan on. Your shower is just hot and cold again, and your toilet is a foot flush first toilet. You push the pedal down halfway to fill the bowl, all the way to flush it. Alright, coming outside the bathroom area, we're going to take a look at our thermostat here. Thermostat's a very simple one to use. You're just going to hit the mode button. It's going to say auto. You want to leave the fan speed on auto. You're going to hit the mode again. It's going to turn on cool. And you set your temperature over here. Hit the mode one more time. It turns the furnace on. And the last time, turns it off. If you hit the up and down button together, it switches this over to Celsius. So keep that in mind. To switch it back, you again hit the 2 buttons together. Your dinette does lay down into a bed. You just take your tabletop off and you set it down on the stiles, and you use the cushions to finish out the mattress. You have plenty of storage underneath your dinette as well. The sofa in here is a tri-fold sofa, meaning that it does flip out into a bed. You would just take your cushions off and then lift up the base to put the bed out. The fireplace is a Furrion fireplace. You can see the controls on the right side of the fireplace. You also have a remote control for it. And all you're going to do is you set your temperature. It's a high, low, and off setting. You can set the brightness, as well as setting a timer between a half hour and 5 hours. And then you can also set an actual temperature, meaning 60 degrees, 65, 70, just depending on what you want. The radio in here it's got a drive soundbar, so once you turn it on, you'll notice it says A and B. A is your soundbar speakers, B is your outside speakers. Whatever you have one volume set to, the other's at the same volume. So just keep that in mind. It's also Bluetooth compatible, auxiliary input, and USB inputs. This is also the wall that you're going to mount your TV to. You would just mount it directly on the sticker, and on the right side you have your cable and satellite connections. On the Crossroads units, you do not have to use a power booster at all. So If you're using your roof antenna, it's automatically turned on. As soon as you connect a cable coax connection to the back outside, it's going to automatically switch over to that outside cable connection. Now we're going to take a look at our convenience center, our control panel here. First switch you have up top is your water pump, then your gas water heater, electric water heater, and a bunch of different lights. Awning light, your living room light is your main accent lights, so underneath your countertop, above your slide, that type of stuff. And then you have your kitchen light, which is your main ceiling lights. Next you have your awning control. Up puts the awning in, down puts it out. You're just going to hold the button, and when you're bringing it in, you'll hear it kind of wind down, tighten up. That's when you're going to stop. Next is your slide out switch. So up puts it in, down puts it out. Whenever you're moving it in or out, you're going to hear that little grinding sound. That's where you want to stop. Lastly, we have our tank gauges. So the first one's our battery, fresh water, black 1, black 2, and gray. Underneath all that, you have your WineGuard prep for the WineGuard Wi-Fi Ranger, which you'll have information inside your packet on that. Last, we're going to go up towards the bedroom area. When you first walk up the steps, you have lots of storage on the left-hand side. And then once you get up here, you have a light switch directly on the inside of the wall. That's going to turn off the main ceiling lights in the bedroom. The light directly above the bed is a manual light with a center push button. You do have USB ports on the right-hand side of the bed and 110 outlets on the left-hand side. The vent in here, you have to crank it up manually. If you did want to put a second air conditioner in, it would go in the bedroom right here. If you do a 360 and look at the wall behind you, that's where your secondary TV mounting bracket location is, as well as cable satellite connections. And then up here, the master bedroom does have its own half bath, so a toilet and a sink. The vent in here is going to work the same as what the other bathroom did. And then you do have some storage underneath the bed as well. And that's going to conclude the inside of this Volante light by Crossroads RV.